In previous lecture, we discussed about the different types of applications which are of the digital image processing. So these application on the basis of some sources of the image, or these application or the basis on the organization sector. So all these type of application we have to discuss. So this is important because in exam there will be a question: what are different application based on the electromagnetic spectrum, or what are the different applications apart from the electromagnetic spectrum. So these types of questions will be asked in the previous exams. So this is very important part we already discussed. So what are the different applications? So there are lots of applications we have to discuss. In short, we can say that where there is the image, there is the image, digital image processing applications. Okay. Now this is a part of the digital, means in the previous all lectures we have to study what is the image, what is the digital image, what is the digital image processing, what are the application of digital image processing. So all these parts we already discussed. Now next important part, what are the steps, what are the fundamental steps in a image processing. So whenever you have to take the image and whenever whatever the output of that, so what are the different steps we have to follow when we have to do some image processing technique. So here we have to study what are the fundamental steps in a digital image processing. So the basically the steps of digital image processing will be divided into two categories, which is based on the what type of image is input and what type of image is output. So the fundamental steps in digital image processing can be divided into two broad categories, which is based on the first part is, so whose input and output is image. So this is first part. So input is also image and output is also image. So this is the first category. And second category, the input may be image, or input is the image, but output may not or may be image. So output are attributes of a image. What are the different features of the image? So the input is image, but output is not image. Output may be features of the image, output may be attribute of image. So based on that, there are two categories. One is input and output are image. So input is also image and output is also image. This is the first category. And in second category, input is image, but output is a attribute. See, in our previous lectures we discussed there are three levels of the image processing: low level, mid level and high level. So here based on such type, so input and output are images. This is the first category. And second category, input is image but output is may not be image. So it is attribute, or it is some features of the image. For example, features means suppose the coin is round, or something. Suppose we have to define the check. So check is a rectangle. So its height and width and all these features. So based on that features, object will be detected. So there are two categories. One is input and output image, and second category is input is image but output is attribute or feature of the image. So in the next slide, we have to show the diagram related with the steps. Diagram of the fundamental steps in image processing. Image processing मधल्या diagram ची step ची diagram आपण पुढच्या याच्यात बघणार आहे. त्यामध्ये जे steps दिलेले आहेत, so all these steps may be applied on image processing or may not be applied. Some of the steps are applied, some of not applied. Okay, so it is based on the what will be the your target, what will be the your desired output. So based on that we have to use the steps. So here in this diagram, in next diagram, we have to show all the steps which are in a digital image processing. So here rather the intention is that the idea of all methodology that can be applied on image processing for the different purposes. So why these steps are defined? Because there are different steps which we have to use in applications. So see next, see here, this is our diagram. Now see, in this diagram there are different steps. So first step is image acquisition, image enhancement, image restoration, color image processing, wavelength and multi-resolution processing, communication, morphological processing, segmentation, representation and description, and object recognition. So these are all the steps which are in this steps in a digital image processing. Now see, so in this all steps 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, there are 10 steps and one is knowledge base, so this will be 11 steps. So all these steps will be in a image processing. Now whenever you have to implement the digital image processing in any image, it may be apply all the steps or it may be apply some steps. So based on what is your application, based on what is your output, what is your target value. So based on that, there will be different types of applications. Based on that, there will be different types of applications. So this will be very important part in a digital image processing steps or components steps in this. Now see here in this diagram, see this area, this area. So this will be output of this process will be generally image. Now when you have to implement all these steps, so these steps, input is image, but output of this step is image also. But when you have to talk about these steps, so these steps, these 4 steps, so in these 4 steps there will be input is image, but output will be the attribute of the image. Output will be the features of the image. So in the previous slide, we have to study 2 broad category. One category is input is image and output is also image. So that will be this part. And in the second part, second category, input is image, but output is a features or attribute. And that will be these 4 parts. So are the 4 steps. So when we have to implement digital image processing, in that concept, these all steps may be applied, may not be applied. It depends on what type of output, what type of target variable, or what type of target you have to achieve. So based on that, you have to implement some of the steps, or it may be all of the steps. But why we can show the here? So whenever you can use the digital image processing, these steps will be followed in any application. So this will be our components. Now first we have to discuss this image acquisition. So as named that, image acquisition is nothing but we can access the image. So that will be we can capture the image. So image acquisition, enhancement, image enhancement. So this is one of the important steps. So we can enhance the image, we can improve the image. Image restoration, restore the image. Okay, color image processing, processing of the color image, wavelength and something one. Okay, so see here wavelength and multi resolution processing. So we have to use the something resolution type processing. So we have to use this multi wavelength and multi resolution. Then compression technique. Okay, so in this compression we can implement the so here in this compression technique, data will be compressed. Data will be compressed. So compression. Then morphological operation. So in this morphological operation, there are different operations such as age detection or something boundary detection, all these parts of application. Segmentation, part of the image. So that is segmentation. Representation and description, we can find the features and attribute of that image. And then last step is object recognition. So we have to recognize the object. So all these steps will be followed in a image processing. So we have to discuss one by one all these steps. Okay, now see, first step, image acquisition. So as name suggests, so image acquisition, so that is nothing but we can acquire the image, we can capture the image. So image acquisition is a first step. So whenever you have to do the image processing, first step obviously is an image capturing, image acquisition. So this is first step. So image acquisition is our first step. So image acquisition is our first step. That will be our important part. So first, image acquisition. So image acquisition means is nothing but it is defined as the action of retrieving an image from the source, means capturing of the image. So capturing of the image, it may be different purpose, by using camera, by using scanning system, whatever it may be. So capturing of image or retrieving of image, this is the first step. Now note that acquisition could be simple as being given an image that is already in a digital form. So it may be a capture image and convert into the digital form, whatever it may be. So if the output of the camera or sensor is not already in digital form, you can use the analog to digital conversion. See, now today's all cameras are in digital camera. आता बऱ्यापैकी सगळे जे कॅमेरा आहे ते डिजिटल कॅमेरा आहे. सो बाय डिफॉल्ट डायरेक्टली वेन यू हॅव टू कॅप्चर द इमेज दॅट विल बी कन्वर्ट इन टू डिजिटल फॉर्म. बट इन previous these images are not in a digital form, that will be in analog forms. So it need to convert the analog to digital. So this analog to digital converter are used. Okay, so after the image has been obtained, various methods of processing can be applied to the image to perform the different types of tasks. So based on what type of task we have to use, there are different types of techniques we have to. Suppose we only enhance the image, so only image enhancement technique is used. Suppose you want to convert the image color image into the binary image, so we have to enhance the image, then we have to we can convert that image into color processing methods and use. Suppose you want to find some segment in that image, so we have to follow all the steps up to the segmentation. So different steps are used for the image processing purpose. So after image has been obtained, various methods of processing can be applied to image to perform the many different vision tasks which are required. So based on what type of output we want to, based on that we have to implement different types of image processing or image enhancement task or whatever the task. So generally acquiring image are unprocessed, so the acquisition stage is involve pre-processing task. This is very important. See, when you have to capture the image, that captured image has some dirty image, means that image consists of some noises, that image consists of some low contrast, low luminous, or something low bandwidth or low color combination, so whatever may be. So that image is not a perfect image. So in that situation, when we want to apply something technique on that image, first you have to use the pre-processing. Pre-processing means enhancement of that image. So this enhancement process will be important. So whenever you have to acquire the image, that acquired image is a dirty image. Dirty in the sense that it consists of some noises, it maybe have some low light, it may have some problems in that image, and due to that we need to pre-process that image. So pre-processing consists of enhancement of the image. Okay, so that enhancement task will be done, and this is known as a scaling of the image. So this is first step, that is image acquisition. Image acquisition means थोडक्यात image capture करणं. So that is our first step. And whenever you have to capture the image, that captured image is a not clear image, and that's why we need to pre-process that. That is known as the scaling of the image. Okay, now next step. See, image enhancement. This is very important area. So image enhancement means we have to enhance the image, we have to manipulate the image, you have to change the image from bad quality to good quality. So that is image enhancement technique. So that is image enhancement technique. Okay, so image enhancement is among the simplest and most application area of DIP. So whenever you can use any image processing application, any image processing task on that image, you first step you first do image enhancement. This is very important. तर तुम्ही कुठलेही इमेज प्रोसेसिंग ऍप्लिकेशन जर वापरत असाल किंवा कुठलाही टास्क तुम्हाला जर करायचा असेल, तर पहिल्यांदा तुम्हाला काय करावं लागतं, यू नीड टू एनहान्स द इमेज. सो इमेज एनहान्समेंट इज वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टंट स्टेप, अँड इट इज अ वी कॅन से दॅट अ कंपल्सरी स्टेप. सो बिकॉज वाय इन का मागच्या ह्याच्यात मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं, वेन एव्हर यू हॅव टू कॅप्चर द इमेज, एक्वायर द इमेज, दॅट इमेज कन्सिस्ट ऑफ बॅड क्वालिटी इमेज. सो यू नीड टू एनहान्स that image so it becomes the good quality image. So image enhancement is very important step, or we can say that a compulsory step. So image enhancement is a simple and most applying area of a DIP. So it is a process of, so what mean by enhancement? That is nothing but manipulation of an image. Manipulation of the image. Enhancement means काय? So enhancement is nothing but manipulation of the image. So which type of manipulation? So the result is more suitable than the original image. More suitable than the original image. Or we can say that the enhancement is nothing but we can convert our bad image into the good quality image, or more accurate image, more clarity image. So by using enhancement. So we in a manipulation. So in manipulation, we can apply different operations on a image, and that image will be more suitable than the original image. So that is a manipulation or image enhancement technique. Okay. So basically the idea behind the enhancement technique is to bring out details. So what is the bring out details? That is observe or simply to highlight the certain feature of interest. See, whenever you have to capture the image, that image consists of some noises. So whenever some features in that image will be hide, because that image consists of noise, that image consists of some blurring or some drawbacks, and we suppose we want to highlight some features, we need to enhance that. See, in previous some lectures we have to study, we already studied that whenever you have to use the enhancement, that will be clear the image. आपण मागच्या एका लेक्चर मध्ये बघितले की वेगवेगळ्या स्टेप्स बघितले त्या की काय केलं जातं. सो इन दॅट स्टेप्स देर आर डिफरंट ऑपरेशन्स, ब्लरिंग, डिब्लरिंग किंवा शार्पनिंग, smoothing. Okay, so in that contrast stretching, so in that we can see that what is the difference between two images. So the main purpose of enhancement is bring out detail that will be interest by the user. So the familiar example of enhancement is when increase the contrast. This is one of the example. Increase the contrast of the image because it looks better. जनरली बघा की आपण कुठली इमेज जर आपण फेसबुकला किंवा याला टाकायची म्हणलं तर आपण काय करतो की इमेज प्रोसेसिंगचं एखादा ऍप असेल त्यातून आपण त्याचं एनहान्समेंट करतो म्हणजे त्याचं ब्राईटनेस वाढवतो, कॉन्ट्रास्ट वाढवतो, आणि मग ती इमेज आपल्याला दिसायला चांगली झाली की आपण काय करतो, ती इमेज फेसबुकला किंवा कुठं असेल ते अपलोड करतो सोशल नेटवर्किंगसाठी. सो दॅट इज वन ऑफ द ऍप्लिकेशन. सो इमेज एनहान्समेंट. सो फॅमिलियर एक्झाम्पल ऑफ एनहान्समेंट इज इनक्रीज द कॉन्ट्रास्ट सो दॅट द इमेज विल बी लुक बेटर. So there is no general theory for image enhancement. Now, how we can say that is image will be enhanced image or better image? So it is based on the observation of a user. म्हणजे अशी कुठली फिक्स थेरी नाही की समजा कॉन्ट्रास्ट इन्क्रीज केलं की इमेज चांगली दिसेल, असं कुठलं फिक्स्ड थेरी नाही. सो इट इज बेस्ड ऑन युजर्स व्हिज्युअलायझेशन. म्हणजे समजा मला एखादी इमेज चांगली वाटली तर तीच दुसऱ्याला चांगली वाटेल असं नाहीये. Okay, so it is based on the user's visualization. So there is no fixed theory for enhancement. Enhancement ची theory fix नाहीये. म्हणजे मी समजा कॉन्ट्रास्ट 10 ने वाढवला, मला ती चांगली इमेज वाटली, पण दुसऱ्याला त्याला 10 ने वाढवून त्याला कॉन्ट्रास्ट तेवढा योग्य वाटला नसेल, त्याने 20 ने वाढवल्यावर त्याला चांगली दिसेल. सो इट इज बेस्ड ऑन द युजर्स टू युजर. ओके, सो दॅट विल बी वन ऑफ द थिंग. सो देर इज नो एनी फिक्स थेरी. असे फिक्स थेरी नाही की फिक्स फॉर्म्युला नाही की ह्या फॉर्म्युला वापरल्यानंतर इमेज एनहान्स होईल, असा कुठलाही फिक्स फॉर्म्युला नाही किंवा फिक्स थेरी नाही. सो देर इज नो जनरल थेरी फॉर इमेज एनहान्समेंट. when an image is processed for the visual interpretation, the viewer is ultimate judge for that purpose. म्हणजे हे कशावर डिपेंडेंट आहे? दॅट इज डिपेंड्स ऑन द व्ह्युअर. म्हणजे एखाद्या व्यक्तीला कशी इमेज वाटते, बेस्ड ऑन दॅट पर्टिक्युलर इमेज विल बी एनहान्स. म्हणजे मला एखादी इमेज चांगली वाटली तर दुसऱ्याला ती चांगली वाटेल असं नाहीये. सो इट्स बेस्ड ऑन द ओन व्हिज्युअलायझेशन पर्पज. सो दिस इज अ इमेज एनहान्समेंट टेक्निक. सो दिस इज अ फर्स्ट इम्पॉर्टंट टेक्निक. म्हणजे तुम्ही कुठलीही इमेज घेतली तर प्रोसेसिंग करायचं म्हणलं की यू नीड टू इमेज एनहान्समेंट. Now next take in this next so enhancement technique is so varied from user to user. So enhancement is a subjective area. See, मी मगाशी सांगितल्याप्रमाणे इट्स बेस्ड ऑन द युजर टू युजर. एखादी गोष्ट मला, एखादी इमेज मला चांगली वाटली पण दुसऱ्या पर्सनला ती चांगली वाटेल असं नाहीये. सो इट्स बेस्ड ऑन युजर टू युजर and that's why it is a subjective area of a DIP. It is a subjective area. It's based on the user. It's based on the user. So that's why it is a subjective area. For example, a method that is quite useful for enhancing X-ray image may not be best approach for enhancing satellite image. This is also one of the things. म्हणजे एखादं एनहान्समेंट टेक्निक एक्सरे साठी अप्लाय होतंय आणि तेच एनहान्समेंट टेक्निक सॅटेलाइट इमेज साठी अप्लाय होईल असं नाहीये. सो दॅट विल बी ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द अनदर थिंग. Okay, so when suppose I have to use some enhancement technique for the X-ray image, and that will be good, but same technique I cannot apply on the satellite image. Okay, because nature of both images are different, and that's why its enhancement technique may be different. So one technique is applied to another, so that may be or may not be good. Okay, because X-ray technique uses the X-ray as a source, whereas satellite image uses the infrared as a source, and that's why the technique which is implemented may be different. Okay, so this will be one of the important thing. Then enhancement technique is so varied and use so many different image processing approach. So that's why it is based on user to user, it is based on image to image. So enhancement technique will be different for the different images. That is very important. हे सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचा पॉइंट काय की इमेज एनहान्समेंट टेक्निक हे प्रत्येक इमेजला वेगळं असू शकतं किंवा वेगळं असतं असं म्हणू. सो दॅट इज इम्पॉर्टंट. सो इमेज एनहान्समेंट इज वन ऑफ द compulsory steps for that purpose. So image enhancement. Now image restoration. So this is another steps. So image restoration. So here image restoration is the area that deals with the improving the appearance of the image. Same आता इथं improve the appearance of the image आणि मगाशी आपण काय केलं, enhance the image. So basically both are same. Basically the purpose are same, but there are different techniques. Okay, so improve the appearance of the image. And in a previous lecture, a previous technique, we have to improve the image. So enhancement technique and appearance, improving the appearance, which is similar concept. But what is the difference we have to see? So unlike enhancement, which is a subjective. Now see, enhancement is a subjective technique. That is, it is based on the human subjective preferences that regarding the good enhancement result. Okay, but image restoration is an objective technique. See, image enhancement is a subjective, whereas image restoration is a objective technique, in the sense that restoration techniques tends to base some mathematical or some probabilistic or some statistical techniques. Now see, in enhancement we have to say that there is no any fixed theory, there is no any fixed theory for that enhancement. But when we have to use the image restoration, there will be some mathematical theory, there will be some statistical theories applied, and that's why it is an objective technique, not a subjective. Enhancement मध्ये काय सांगितलं, enhancement is a subjective, म्हणजे it is depends on human to human, but image restoration is an objective technique, and that is use some mathematical or some probabilistic theory. म्हणजे काही मॅथमॅटिकल फॉर्म्युले वापरून इमेज रिस्टोर केलं किंवा एनहान्स केली जाते, अँड दॅट विल बी अ इमेज रिस्टोरेशन. आणि इथं तसा कुठली मॅथमॅटिकल फॉर्म्युला फिक्स आहे का, नाहीये. आपल्याला चांगली वाटली इमेज, सो इमेज विल बी गुड, दॅट इज एनहान्समेंट. पण इन रिस्टोरेशन दॅट इज नॉट केस. So in restoration it is objective in nature, objective nature आहे, म्हणजे ह्याला ह्युमनचा इंटरफेरन्स नाहीये. So here it will be uses the some technique, so that based on the some mathematical or some probabilistic theory. Okay, so image restoration is the operation which is taking corrupt or noise image and estimate the clean or original image. Now see, in a restoration it will be the noisy image or corrupted image or some degraded image, and this image will be clear using the image restoration. See, when image consists of noise, that noise may be different types. आपण मागच्या ह्याच्यात बघितलंय नॉईजची एक इमेज बघितली त्यात डॉट डॉट होते आणि विदाउट नॉईजची एक आपण इमेज बघितली होती. सो क्लिअर इमेज होती. ओके, सो दॅट नॉईज रिमूव्हल, सो दॅट टेक्निक, that is not enhancement technique. Okay, so that is not enhancement technique, that is restoration technique. So this will be our restoration. So image restoration is operation of taking corrupt or noisy image and estimate the clean and original image, so we can clear the image. The objective of the image restoration technique is, see, reduce noise and recover resolution loss. This is two important purpose of restoration. म्हणजे एखादी खराब इमेज आपण ओरिजिनल फॉर्मॅट मध्ये रिस्टोर करणं. सो दॅट इज रिस्टोरेशन. मग खराब इमेज म्हणजे काय असते? सो इट कन्सिस्ट ऑफ नॉइज, इट कन्सिस्ट ऑफ सम डॉट्स, सो वॉट एव्हर मे बी, और इट कन्सिस्ट इट लॉस द रिझोल्युशन. सो वी कॅन क्लिअर दॅट इमेज अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट. सो इमेज, द ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह ऑफ इमेज रिस्टोरेशन टेक्निक इज टू रिड्यूस द नॉइज इन दॅट इमेज. आता आपण पुढं टेक्निक बघणार आहे, हाऊ टू ऍड द नॉइज और हाऊ टू रिमूव्ह द नॉइज. व्हॉट आर द डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ नॉइज, वेगवेगळ्या टाइपचे नॉइज आहेत, ते नॉइज कसे असतात इमेजमध्ये आणि ते कशा पद्धतीने रिमूव्ह करायचे. सो दॅट वी हॅव टू स्टडी इन नेक्स्ट सम लेक्चर्स. देन रिकवर रिझोल्युशन लॉस. सो the resolution will be lost, so we can recover that, so using remote restoration. So see the difference between enhancement and restoration. Enhancement मध्ये काय होतं की ती इमेज पहिल्यापेक्षा चांगली दिसते. ओके, सो पहिल्यापेक्षा चांगली दिसते आणि हे कशावर डिपेंडेंट आहे? इट्स डिपेंड्स ऑन ह्युमन टू ह्युमन. सो दॅट्स वाय इट इज अ सब्जेक्टिव्ह नेचर. बट इमेज रिस्टोरेशन इज अ ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह नेचर, सो इट कॅन यूज सम मॅथमॅटिकल फॉर्म्युले और इट कॅन यूज सम स्टॅटिस्टिकल फॉर्म्युले. And the main purpose of image restoration is reduce noise and recover the resolution loss. So these are the main purpose of image restoration. Then color image processing. Next step of the color image processing. So we have to process the color image. So as name suggests, so color image processing is area that has been gained in importance because the significant increase in digital image of the internet. So now we have to know that the images are all color images. आता आपल्याला माहिती आहे की सगळीकडे इमेज कशा असतात? कलर इमेज. सो दॅट्स वाय द कलर इमेज प्रोसेसिंग इज वन ऑफ द मेन एरिया. ओके, इमेज प्रोसेसिंग. So color image processing covers the number of fundamental concepts in color model and basic color processing in digital domain. So color image is used to basis for extracting feature of interest of image. So color image processing is very important because nowadays in the internet or in real life, lots of color images or almost all of the images are color images, and that's why we have to process that image. We have to find the features from that image. So that is one of the important steps. So color image processing. Then wavelets. So wavelets, it is like a resolution. So it is like a resolution. So wavelets are the foundation for representation of image in various degree of resolution. So this is very important concept. So wavelets, that is nothing but the resolution of the image that is based on this wavelet concept. So in particular, wavelets are used for the image data compression, for paradigmatical representation in which image are subdivided successfully into smaller regions. Now, whenever you have to divide the image into subdivide, the resolution cannot be changed. So that is very important part, and that will be based on this wavelet concept. आपण एखादी इमेज त्याचा सेगमेंट केला किंवा त्याची पार्ट केला तर तो इमेजचा पार्ट जो आहे त्याचे जे रिझोल्युशन आहे ते चेंज नाही झालं पाहिजे. सो दॅट इज वन ऑफ द पार्ट. सो नंबर ऑफ transformation techniques are used in this, and there is one of the important transformation technique is Fourier transformation. सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं आपल्याला ह्याच्यावर एक चॅप्टर आहे फोरियर ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशनचा. सो वी हॅव टू स्टडी इन नेक्स्ट आय थिंक थर्ड का फोर्थ चॅप्टर फोरियर ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन आहे, पण त्यात हे डिटेल बघणार आहे. सो व्हॉट इज द फोरियर ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन, हाऊ दिस विल बी यूज. सो दिस विल बी wavelet. Then compression. So as name suggests, compression. So compression, it compress the image. So compress the means reducing the size of the image, reducing the storage required for the image. So compression deals with the technique for reducing the storage required for that image, reducing the storage required for that image. So or bandwidth required to transmit it. So as the image will be becomes small, it easily transmit from internet. Okay, so this is a compression technique. Compression मध्ये महत्वाचं आहे, जनरली तुम्ही एखादी इमेज घ्या आणि इमेज जर कंप्रेस केली तर किंवा एखादं स्ट्रेच केली तर तुम्हाला काय प्रॉब्लेम दिसतो, स्ट्रेच केली तर ते इमेजचं रिझोल्युशन खराब होतं किंवा कंप्रेस केली तरी रिझोल्युशन खराब होऊ शकतं. So that is a problem. So compression will be deals with the technique that for reducing the storage required to save an image. किंवा तुम्ही बऱ्याच ठिकाणी बघितलं असेल की काही ऍप्लिकेशन असतात की त्यात हाय रिझोल्युशन, मिड किंवा लो लेवल स्टोरेज आहे. जसं जसं तुम्ही हाय लो मिड करताल त्या पद्धतीने त्याचं स्टोरेज, म्हणजे जर तुम्ही हाय घेतलं तर त्याला स्टोरेज जास्त लागणार आहे, लो घेतलं तर त्याला कमी लागणार आहे. So compression deals with the technique to reduce the storage size, and as size will be reduced, naturally it requires less bandwidth. Okay, although storage technology has improved significantly over the past decade, the same cannot said for the transmission capacity. जरी आपण असं म्हणू की in compression, so compression that is deals with the technique which can reduce the size of image, or it is used to it is reduce the storage required. As size will be reduces, naturally bandwidth will be reduces. Although storage technology has improved significantly over the past decade, that is not in the case of transmission capacity. आपल्याला माहित आहे की मागच्या 10 वर्षात की स्टोरेज कॅपॅसिटी कशी वाढलेली आहे. 10 वर्षापूर्वी तुम्ही पेनड्राईव्ह जरी घ्यायला गेला तर तुम्हाला 2 GB किंवा जास्तीत 4 GB चे पेनड्राईव्ह, पण आता 64 GB चा पेनड्राईव्ह इझिली मिळतो. किंवा पहिली स्टोरेज कॅपॅसिटी, आता मला चांगलं आठवतंय मी ज्यावेळेस पहिला कम्प्युटर घेतला होता त्यावेळेस त्याची हार्ड डिस्क ही 10 GB ची हार्ड डिस्क होती. आता तुमच्या मशीनचे लॅपटॉपचे किंवा मशीनचेच रॅम 10 GB आहे, किंवा आता तुमच्या मोबाईलचे रॅम 10 GB आहे. सो दॅट इज इम्प्रूव्ह द स्टोरेज टेक्नॉलॉजी, बट दॅट इज नॉट इन द केस ऑफ ट्रान्समिशन कॅपॅसिटी. ट्रान्समिशन मध्ये तसा फरक पडलाय का, आता आपण थोडं इम्प्रूव्ह केलंय. सो फ्रॉम 2G to 3G, 3G to 4G, सो दॅट विल बी सम ऑफ द इम्प्रुव्हमेंट थोडं झालंय. इम्प्रुव्हमेंट विल बी something in improvement, but that is not in the comparatively to storage technology. Okay, so this is true particularly to use of internet, so which are characterized by the significant pictorial content. So image compression is a familiar to most users of a computer in the form of image extensions such as JPG extension, GIF extension, PNG extension, whatever may be. So basically compression is lossless compression. This is important thing. So when you have to compress the image, the resolution cannot be changed, or some main part of that particular image cannot be reduced in deduct anything from that image. So that is important part in a compression technology. So image compression is important. Now next, now see, now till these all are the input image and output image. See, image enhancement, image restoration, image wavelet, color processing, or in compression, the input is image and also output is image. So all these techniques are first category. So all these techniques are useful for the first category. First category means input is image and output is image. So in image acquisition, so we say first step, but in image enhancement, image will input is image, output is image. In image restoration, input is image, output is image. In color image processing, input is image, output is image. In wavelet or in compression, in wavelet or some resolution technology, input is image, output is image. In this previous compression technology, input is image, output is image. So all these are the category related with the first part. Okay, now second is morphological processing. Now this morphological processing, in that there will be two categories. Basically this operation has input is image as well as output is image, or it may be output as some other part. Mean morphological process is applied for both category. For input image and output image category it is also used, or for input image and output is some other part. So that will be a morphological process. So morphological process deals with the tool for extracting image components here. extracting the image components that are useful to represent or something shape or something other part. Okay, so description or shape. So morphological process is useful for the some specific purpose. Okay, so in that the output will be some region, output will be some image, or output will be some another information. So here the some operations which are used in the morphological process are boundary extraction, skeleton extraction, convex hull, then morphological filtering, thinning, pruning, thickening. So all these are the different operations which are done in a morphological. म्हणजे मॉर्फॉलॉजिकल प्रोसेसिंग मध्ये आपल्याला वेगवेगळे ऑपरेशन्स केले जातात. सो बाउंड्री एक्सट्रॅक्शन, सी बाउंड्री एक्सट्रॅक्शन इट कॅन फाइंड द बाउंड्री, त्या पर्टिक्युलर ऑब्जेक्टची बाउंड्री. आपण एका ठिकाणी एक ऍप्लिकेशन पण बघितलं होतं की एक इमेज बघितली होती, तांदळाची इमेज बघितली होती. सो इन दॅट इट कॅन फाइंड द बाउंड्रीज ऑफ ईच. सो दीज आर द नंबर ऑफ डिफरंट ऑपरेशन. आता ह्याच्यासाठी आपल्याला वेगवेगळे आपल्या मॉर्फॉलॉजिकल प्रोसेसिंगचा एक चॅप्टर आहे, त्यामध्ये आपण हे डिटेल बघणार आहे. व्हॉट इज द मॉर्फॉलॉजिकल प्रोसेसिंग, what is the thinning, what is the convex hull, what is the filtering, how to boundary extraction, how to age detection. These are all the parts in a morphological processing. Now see, this is a important step. In that step, this step is applied for both category. One category first for image, input image, output image, and second category is input image but output is some form or some attribute. So whenever you have to use the morphological operation in that image, the input is image but output is in the form of some another image. For example, in a boundary extraction, so when boundary extraction, it will be one of the image, or some convex hull or skeleton. So whenever you go to skeleton, it will be find the shape of the particular image. So it is attribute. Okay, shape. So circle, rectangle, square, whatever may be shape. So that will be find. So this is morphological operation is uses input as image but output as different part. It may be image, it may be some another part, that is attribute or this. So this is a morphological processing. Okay. So the material in this chapter will be transmitted from the process that output image to process that input image to process, and output image will be the attribute. So this will be one of the important part. आता आपण डिस्कस केल्याप्रमाणे. सो मॉर्फॉलॉजिकल मध्ये दोन पद्धतीने. So it may be input as image and output may be image, or output may be some attribute. Okay, so morphological operation rely only on the relative ordering of the pixel. So it can use the pixel ordering, not their numerical value. Now generally in a digital image processing or whatever the enhancement purpose, we can use the value in this pixel, but in morphological operation it can use the order of the pixel. म्हणजे आपण जर एनहान्समेंट करायचं असेल तर आपण काय करतो की त्या पर्टिक्युलर पिक्सेलची व्हॅल्यूचा यूज करतो. सो दॅट विल बी इम्पॉर्टंट. पण मॉर्फॉलॉजिकल ऑपरेशन मध्ये ती जी ते पिक्सेल आहे ती कुठल्या ऑर्डरला म्हणजे कुठल्या ठिकाणी आहे, म्हणजे त्याचे थोडक्यात आपण काय म्हणू कोऑर्डिनेट्स. So it can use the coordinates. So relative ordering of the pixel is used, whereas in enhancement purpose we can use the actual pixel value. Okay, so there are two main operation in a morphological processing. One is erosion and second one is dilation. So these are the two very important operations. ह्याच्यावर तुम्हाला बरेच एक्झाम्पल परीक्षेत विचारले जातात, ते आपण त्या चॅप्टर मध्ये बघणार आहे. हाऊ टू इरोज अँड हाऊ टू यूज द डायलेक्शन. सो दॅट पार्ट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. ओके, नाउ मॉर्फॉलॉजिकल processing. Now segmentation, as name suggests, segmentation that deals with the part of the image. So segmentation is nothing but we have to divide the image logically into number of parts. So segmentation process the partition image into the different parts or different objects. आता ह्याचा आपण एक्झाम्पल बघितलं कितीतरी ठिकाणी. सो सपोज नंबर प्लेट रिकॉग्निशन. सो इन नंबर प्लेट रिकॉग्निशन ईच नंबर विल बी सेगमेंटेड, each number will be segmented, and then that segment will be identified by the object recognition technique. So that will be a segmentation. Suppose there is number, suppose number plate consists of suppose 8293, for example. This is number. Now first step, it will be segment. So segment means divide each number. अशा पद्धतीने सेगमेंट केलं जातं. नाउ देन this number will be used identify using object recognition technique. This number will be, or this segment will be used. So one image will be divided into number of segments. So here this image will be divided into 1, 2, 3 and 4 this 1, 2, 3 and 4 segments, and each segment then used for the object recognition purpose. So segmentation is nothing but divide the image logically into different parts based on the what is the output. Okay, suppose there are your friend's photo or all your class photo. So segmentation will be divide each person. Okay, so that is segmentation. So segmentation procedure partition an image into the different parts or object. That is, image segmentation is process of partition a digital image into the multiple segments. So multiple segments. The goal of segmentation is simply change the representation of image into something that more meaningful and easier to analyze. See, this whole image, we cannot directly identify the number using the whole image. So that's why we can divide this image into number of parts and then we can analyze this. So it is very easier to analyze. आता ह्या पूर्ण एकदम इमेज घेतली तर आपल्याला हा नंबर आयडेंटिफाय करायला सिस्टीमला अवघड जातं. So it is very complex task, and that's why you can divide this image into number of segments and you can easily identify this number. So that is meaningful and easier to analyze. So image segmentation is typically used to locate the object and boundaries of the image. Okay, image segmentation could involve the separating the foreground from the background or clustering the region pixel based. So we can divide the image into the basic different categories or different types. आता हे segmentation कसं केलं जातं? So it has different techniques. Okay, so we can remove the background, or we can different from the background and foreground color, or we can group the some objects based on the pixels. So that are different techniques. So we have to study in a segmentation chapter. So segmentation is nothing but dividing the image into logically different groups or different parts. So that is a segmentation, and it is useful for the object recognition technique. Then segmentation in generally autonomous segmentation is one of the most difficult tasks in the digital image processing. So there are different types of segmentation. So autonomous segmentation, then drug-based segmentation. So it is a process to procedure brings the process a long way towards the successful solution of image problem that requires the object to identify. So object identification, object detection, in that rugged segmentation is used. So weak or erratic segmentation algorithm is used for the something complex task. So there are different types of segmentation. Detail we have to study in segmentation chapter. Okay. Next part is representation and description or feature extraction. This is one of the important. So after segmentation, we have to find the parts of the, we have to find the features, or we have to find the object attribute of that. Suppose we want to identify the number 0. So how we can identify? So we can find it's a shape. So if the shape is circle or if the shape is ellipse, so we can say that this is a 0. Suppose suppose we want to find the 1. So if the shape is straight line, so we can identify this is a number 1. Suppose we want to find the 3. So we can find the shape. So it has one part, this part 1. So we can check this. This is the first part. This will be another part. Then this will be third part. Then this will be a fourth part. So whatever may be. So based on the features, असे वेगवेगळे features बघून, so we can identify whether this image will be a specific number or not. So that is important, and that is representation or description of the particular segment. So this is the first part. So representation and description almost always follow the output of the segmentation stage. The segmentation steps output हे ह्याला इनपुट असते. म्हणजे सेगमेंटेशन आपण पार्ट सेगमेंट केलेले ते सेगमेंट आता आपल्याला पुढे ऑब्जेक्ट डिटेक्शन करायचे, म्हणजे ऑब्जेक्ट रिप्रेझेंट करायचे किंवा फाइंड करायचे कुठला ऑब्जेक्ट आहे. समजा आपल्याला ह्युमन बॉडी फाइंड करायचे तर ह्युमन बॉडीचा त्या पर्टिक्युलर ह्याचा फीचर्स फाइंड केले जातात. सो इट कॅन फाइंड द फीचर्स फ्रॉम दॅट सेगमेंट अँड फ्रॉम दॅट इट कॅन डिटेक्ट दॅट. सो segmentation stage, which usually the raw pixel data constituting either the boundary of the region or some points in that region. The first decision that must be made is whether the data should be represented as a boundary or complete region. Now, based on that, so whether the particular object will be identified using the boundary or using the entire representation. So based on that, if the boundary representation is used, so it is approximate the focus, the external shape of the character. जर बाउंड्री आपल्याला म्हणजे जसं आपण मागच्या याच्यात एक्झाम्पल बघितलं, तांदळाचं एक्झाम्पल बघितलं किंवा कॉइनचं एक्झाम्पल आपण घेऊया. सो कॉइनच्या एक्झाम्पल मध्ये आपल्याला महत्वाचं काय, बाउंड्री इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. सो बाउंड्री का, तर त्या पर्टिक्युलर कॉइनचा शेप आणि त्याची डायमीटर हे किती आहे आपल्याला बघायचं आहे. So in that case, we can use the boundary representation. And regional representation, that in the case, suppose suppose you have to use the check scan केला तर त्यात फक्त बाउंड्री घेऊन चालणार आहे का? बाउंड्री घेतली तर फक्त चौकोनी शेप. पण आपल्याला चेक स्कॅन मध्ये महत्वाचं काय की त्याच्यातले आतले आकडे महत्वाचे आहेत. म्हणजे ते किती अमाऊंट चेक आहे, कुठल्या नावाचा चेक आहे किंवा कुणाच्या अकाउंटचा चेक आहे, किती तारखेचा चेक आहे, हे सगळं आपल्याला पाहिजे. सो इन दॅट रिजन रिप्रेझेंटेशन इज यूज. So whenever you have to find the object segment, so in that segment either you can use the boundary representation or you can use the regional representation. So based on that you can use the different technique. Okay, so in some application these representation completely each other, complement of each other. काही ठिकाणी हे दोन्ही complements आहेत. So these are the representation and description. थोडक्यात आपल्याला काय सेगमेंटेशन केल्यानंतर पुढची स्टेप काय तर रिप्रेझेंटेशन. वी हॅव टू फाइंड द फीचर्स फ्रॉम दॅट सेगमेंट अँड दॅट इज नेक्स्ट स्टेप फॉर द सेगमेंटेशन, रिप्रेझेंटेशन अँड डिस्क्रिप्शन. अँड next one is, so choosing this representation is only part of the solution for transmitting raw data into the suitable form of some computer processing, a method that also specified for the describing the data so that feature of the interest is highlighted. From that features we can use the, so feature extraction or feature detection is one of the important part in image processing. So feature description, it is also called as a feature selection. तर त्या पर्टिक्युलर इमेज मधनं पर्टिक्युलर सेगमेंट मधनं आपल्याला फीचर्स फाइंड करायचे. मागच्या ह्याच्यात पण आपण डिस्कस केलेला करायचा. समजा मी एखादी कॉइन घेतला तर कॉइनचे फीचर्स काय, समजा मी 10 रुपयाचा कॉइन घेतला तर त्याचा डायमीटर किती आहे, किंवा 5 रुपयाचा कॉइन घेतला तर त्याचा डायमीटर किती आहे, रुपयाचा कॉइन घेतला तर त्याचा डायमीटर किती आहे, किंवा त्याचा शेप किती आहे. तर हे जे फीचर्स आहेत, सो दॅट सच फीचर्स वी हॅव टू एक्सट्रॅक्टेड अँड फ्रॉम दॅट फीचर we can define next part, that is object will be recognized. So object detection, that is, or it is known as a classification, pattern classification. So recognition of the object which is based on the features. जे आपण मागच्या स्टेप मध्ये जे फीचर्स पाहिले त्या फीचर्स वरून आपण ऑब्जेक्ट डिटेक्ट करणार आहे. म्हणजे समजा 10 रुपयाचा कॉइन आहे, समजा त्याचा डायमीटर 1 मिलीमीटर असेल तर तो 1 मिलीमीटरचं कॉइन आपण काय कन्सिडर करणार, 10 रुपयाचं कॉइन. समजा त्याच्यापेक्षा कमी आहे, समजा 0.5 मिलीमीटरचं कॉइन आहे तर त्याचा आपण डायमीटर असेल तर ते काय कॉइन करणार, 5 रुपयाचं कॉइन आहे. सो सच फीचर्स, बेस्ड ऑन द सच फीचर्स वी कॅन आयडेंटिफाय व्हॉट इज द ऑब्जेक्ट. सो दॅट ऑब्जेक्ट डिटेक्शन इज बेस्ड ऑन द this feature selection. So recognition is the process that will be assigned the label, for example vehicle, to the object based on its description. आपण सुद्धा जनरली विज्युअलाइज करतो बघा की आपण एखादा आता समजा कॉम्प्युटर आणि लॅपटॉप आहे. सो मी काय करणार, मी कॉम्प्युटरकडे बघितलं, लॅपटॉपकडे बघितलं तर मी ऑटोमॅटिक माझ्या मेमरीमध्ये ते लेबल होतंय. कॉम्प्युटरकडे बघितलं तर माझ्या मेमरीमध्ये लेबल काय होणार, दिस इज अ कॉम्प्युटर. समजा लॅपटॉपकडे बघितलं तर मला काय रिप्रेझेंट होणार, दिस इज अ लॅपटॉप. म्हणजे हे जे ऑब्जेक्ट रिकग्निशन करते आपली ब्रेन तेच सिस्टीम म्हणजे थोडक्यात येतं. ओके, सो दॅट इज ऑब्जेक्ट रिकग्निशन. सो बेस्ड ऑन दॅट फीचर्स, आता हे कशावरून आपण ओळखलं, हा कॉम्प्युटर आहे, हा लॅपटॉप आहे, तर हे जे काही फीचर्स आपल्याला माहित आहेत की लॅपटॉप म्हणले की आपण काय म्हणणार आहे की एक छोटा कॉम्प्युटरचे छोटे साईज असेल त्याची, त्याला स्क्रीन असेल, त्याला लगेच आपण कीबोर्ड असेल, त्याला वायरलेस म्हणजे त्याला काही पॉवर केबलची गरज नाही, असे जे आपण मेमरीमध्ये किंवा आपल्या ब्रेनमध्ये हे सेटिंग तयार झालेलं आहे. तसं जसं कॉम्प्युटर बघितलं तर आपण काय करणार की त्याची स्क्रीन मोठी आहे, त्याला कीबोर्ड जोडलेला आहे, म्हणजे एक्सटर्नल कीबोर्ड जोडलेला आहे किंवा एक्सटर्नल माऊस जोडलेला आहे, त्याला पॉवर केबल आहे. तर हे जे आपल्या मेमरीमध्ये आपल्याला आयडेंटिफाय म्हणजे ऑब्जेक्ट आपण त्याचे जे हे जे आहेत फीचर्स, ह्या फीचर्सहून आपण मेमरी आपली ऑटोमॅटिक डिटेक्ट करते की हा कॉम्प्युटर आहे, हा लॅपटॉप आहे. सो सच टाइप ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट रिकॉग्निशन अँड देन ऑब्जेक्ट डिटेक्शन विल बी इम्पॉर्टंट. म्हणजे प्रत्येक ऑब्जेक्टचं किंवा प्रत्येक इमेजची फीचर्स फाइंड केली जातात आणि त्या फीचर्सवरून तो ऑब्जेक्ट डिटेक्ट केला जातो. सो ब्रेन ही सिस्टीम ऑटोमॅटिक इम्प्लिमेंट करत असते आणि तीच सिस्टीम आपल्याला कॉम्प्युटरमध्ये इम्प्लिमेंट करायची आहे. सो दॅट इज ऑब्जेक्ट रिकॉग्निशन डिटेक्शन. So we will discuss this method of image pattern classification from the classical approach, which is nothing but minimum distance, correlation, Bayesian classification. There are lots of algorithm in a classification technique. अनेक प्रकारचे algorithms आहे. Based on that classification algorithm, we can implement the image classification technique. Okay. In now recent day, there is another important algorithm will be used, and that is known as a deep learning algorithm. ओके. सो डीप लर्निंग आता जास्त म्हणजे पॉप्युलर आहे. अशा अनेक इमेज क्लासिफिकेशन अल्गोरिदम भरपूर आहेत, पण सध्या ह्या आताच्या ह्याच्यात सगळ्यात जास्त पॉप्युलर अल्गोरिदम आहे डीप लर्निंग अल्गोरिदम. सो दॅट इज नोन ॲज डीप कन्व्होल्युशन न्यूरल नेटवर्क अल्गोरिदम. ओके. और CNN असं पण म्हणलं जातं त्याला. सो दीज आर द वन ऑफ द एक्झाम्पल ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट डिटेक्शन. नाऊ मेन स्टेप नॉलेज बेस. आता हे सगळे आपण साईडच्या स्टेप बघितले. आपण सेंटरला आपण नॉलेज स्टेप आहे ते इन दिस दिस इज ऑल स्टेप वी हॅव टू डिस्कस. all these steps we have to discuss. Now we have to discuss this main step knowledge base. आता यामध्ये आपण हे बघा इथपर्यंतचे जे सगळे बघितले इमेज एनहान्समेंट, रिस्टोरेशन, कलर इमेज, वेवलेंथ, compression and morphological. So all these are input as image, output as image. Similarly, these morphological processes work as a both purpose, input as image but output as a attribute or something. So output as attribute, there are morphological processes, segmentation, representation and object recognition. Okay. So these are the, now we have to discuss the knowledge base. So knowledge about the problem domain is very important for the image processing system. Now जर तुम्हाला एखादा प्रोग्राम लिहा म्हणलं पण तुम्हाला प्रोग्राम कशाचा हेच माहित नसेल तर यू कॅनॉट फाइंड. एक प्रोग्रामला आउटपुट काय पाहिजे हे जर तुम्हाला माहित नसेल तर तुम्ही कसा प्रोग्राम लिहिणार? यू कॅनॉट एबल टू राईट द प्रोग्राम. सेम थिंग, सपोज यू डझंट नो व्हॉट विल बी द आउटपुट ऑफ युअर इमेज, व्हॉट स्टेप्स यू हॅव टू इम्प्लिमेंट. आपल्याला जर आउटपुट काय माहित नसेल तर तुम्ही कुठल्या इम्प्लिमेंट करू शकणार आहे का स्टेप? नाहीये. सो दॅट इज इम्पॉर्टंट. सो नॉलेज अबाउट द प्रॉब्लेम डोमेन इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. सपोज आय हॅव टू गिव्हन द एक्झाम्पल, राईट अ प्रोग्राम फॉर द प्राईम नंबर. हा प्रॉब्लेम. सो हा प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये तुम्हाला प्रॉब्लेम डोमेन समजला. सो व्हॉट इज द प्रॉब्लेम? वी हॅव टू फाइंड द वेदर गिव्हन नंबर इज प्राईम ऑर नॉट. मीन्स तुम्हाला इथं सांगितले की प्राईम नंबर फाइंड करा, म्हणजे आउटपुट काय पाहिजे हे आपल्याला सांगितले. सो दॅट मीन्स यू नो अबाउट द प्रॉब्लेम डोमेन. प्रॉब्लेम काय म्हणजे आउटपुट आपल्याला कशा पद्धतीने पाहिजे ते जर माहित असेल तर तुम्ही इमेज प्रोसेसिंग करू शकता. समजा मी तुम्हाला इमेज दिली आणि त्या इमेजचं काय करायचं हे सांगितलं नसेल तर तुम्ही त्यावर कुठले ऑपरेशन्स करणार आहे? तुम्ही कुठले पण ऑपरेशन्स केले तरी पण मला काय एक्सपेक्ट आहे तुम्हाला माहित नाही. सो दॅट मीन्स प्रॉब्लेम डोमेन इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. So knowledge about the problem domain is very important in image processing system. The knowledge may be simple as detailing region of the image where the information of the interest is known to be located. Thus, it is limiting the search. मग मी तुम्हाला स्पेसिफिक प्रॉब्लेम मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं, गिव्ह दिस इमेज, कन्वर्ट इनटू द ब्लॅक. पण तुम्हाला बाकीचं काय करायचंय का की त्याचं सेगमेंटेशन करा किंवा त्याचं ऑब्जेक्ट रिकॉग्निशन करा किंवा फीचर ॲट्रिब्यूट फाइंड करा, करायची गरज आहे का? नाही. तुम्हाला प्रॉब्लेम काय सांगितला? यू नीड टू कन्वर्ट दॅट कलर इमेज इनटू द ब्लॅक व्हाईट इमेज. म्हणजे तुम्हाला प्रॉब्लेम दिल्यानंतर बाकीचा सर्च करायची गरज आहे का? नाहीये. म्हणजे तुम्हाला प्राईम नंबरचा प्रोग्राम सांगितला तर तुम्ही प्राईम नंबरचाच कोड लिहिणार ना. तुम्ही बाकीचं आर्मस्ट्रॉंग नंबरचा किंवा रिव्हर्स नंबरचा लिहून काय उपयोग आहे का? नाही. म्हणजे तुमचा सर्च, तुमचं काम हे कमी होतं. So if you know the particular problem domain, you can easily convert that program into as your required problem. So knowledge will be, whenever you have to know the problem domain, you cannot do the different search. So you can directly go to specific problem domain. So knowledge base is also in some situation it is a complex. So such as interrelated list of the major possible defects. Okay. So in some situation, आता मी जे एक्झाम्पल सांगितलं की यू हॅव टू कन्वर्ट द इमेज इनटू द ब्लॅक व्हाईट. सो इट इज व्हेरी सिम्पल प्रॉब्लेम. But suppose I have to given the image and you have to ask, find the segment or identify the object in that image. So it is a complex task. मी तुम्हाला कन्वर्ट करायला सांगितलं, इट इज व्हेरी सिंपल. पण एकदा मी तुम्हाला असं सांगितलं की ह्याच्यातले ऑब्जेक्ट फाइंड करा किंवा लेबल करा ऑब्जेक्टला, so it is very complex task. So in that situation you need to series of different applications. So you need to enhance that, you need to restore that, you need to morphological operations, you need to color processing, you need to object detection, object recognition, or whatever may be, feature extraction. So all these operations you need to do. So it's based on what is you want to output. So based on that, it may be simple, it may be the complex. So this is a knowledge base. So in addition to guiding the operation of each processing model, the knowledge base also contains the interaction between the models. So based on that input and output, you have to do different types of operations. So these are the different steps which are involved in a digital image processing. Okay, understand this? So we have to cover this. Now next part is components of image processing system. This part we have to study in